Okay, so 10th standard students, a very good morning and warm welcome to all the students for this video session of JC English High School. So we are in the second part of SS and we are in the BS Business Studies and the first chapter, though it is written third because two chapters we have done in the first video, first part. So this is the second part and third chapter, globalization of business. We have done the WTO regarding the introduction and even the major functions what they are performing to get the business properly, to get the business into the legal framework. Now we will be discussing about the aims of WTO. Okay, what are the aims of WTO? Bringing down the living cost and raise the standard of living of the member countries. Okay, what is their aim? Function means what they are doing and what they want to do. That is the aim. Functions means what they have to do and what they want to do, that is their aim. Okay. Bringing down the living cost and raise the standard of living of the member countries. What it is meaning? So bringing down the living cost. Living cost means due to the globalizations we are getting major products at cheaper rate. Okay. Even suppose nowadays what we are getting some China products for cheaper rate. It happens only because due to the globalization, and as they are not only China product, there are several products which are cheaper than India, and even India is also sending to other countries some products which are cheaper than that country. Okay, so everybody will be preferring the cheaper rate products. Because, okay, one thing you can say that cheaper products are bad products, but it is not possible for every person to avail all those luxury items at luxury prices. So if it is low cost, then people will be able to access to that product. So like that example I am giving you, this is not globalization, this is an idea being developed by Mr. Narayana. Okay, Narayana or Narsimaya. Okay, I don't know, he is from China. He got the first idea of this sachet packet. Suppose sachet packets is known as pouch pack. So what happened? All the middle class people or poor people, they are not able, I am giving you one example, they are not able to purchase a full bottle of shampoo. Okay, let it be Dove shampoo. Okay, it cost around 250 to 300 rupees or 200 rupees, whatever. It is not possible for them to invest 200 rupees for that shampoo. But when they are getting in sachet for 2 rupees, it is very much access to them to get that product. Okay, they are using that product also and it is within their boundary of monetary income. Okay, they can spend 2 rupees but they can't spend 200 rupees at a time for the full month. Okay, let it be, you can use it for the whole month or 2 months like that. Okay, but they can't invest because they have to, they may be having 200 rupees for 7 days. Then if they purchase that shampoo, what will happen? They will not be having money for food and other basic necessities. Okay. So what happened? This is a very good idea from that person that he introduces the idea, he was having the idea to introduce that pouch or sachet packet so that everybody will be able to access to that product. And for this also the business organizations or the companies who are producing this, they are also getting benefited because their production rate and the selling got high because many people are using no small amount. Previously what happened? Suppose we are here 10 people. Out of that only 2 people are able to purchase that shampoo for 200 rupees. Okay. Now 10 people, they are continuously using this. So the production means, so the rate of quantity or the quantity of production should give is raising. Okay, so businesses are also getting profit, and the main profit is that the persons who are poor also, they can access to that product. So bringing down the living cost and raise the standard of living of the member countries. Standard of living will be high. Okay, suppose something which is the same example. Okay, if a person found that shampoo is 200 rupees, he is not able to put shampoo. But if it is 2 rupees, he is or she is able to use that product. So the standard of living is high. All are using that shampoo. I am giving the example of shampoo. Nowadays, if you go to any shop, you will get that 5 rupee, 2 rupee, 5 rupee, 10 rupee, 20 rupee sachet packet or pouch packs are there. These are very beneficial for all the customers, because every time we don't have a bulk money, means more money in the pocket, but when it comes for 5 rupee or 10 rupee, it is we are able to purchase that one and we can use that. At least for 1 week we can use that one. Okay, like this only. There are many products which you take a 10 rupee sachet, means it will be, suppose this one, your spices. Okay, 5 rupee, 10 rupee, 20 rupee, 40 rupee, 60 rupee, 100 rupee packets are there. Now I know that if I will purchase a 10 rupee packet, it is sufficient for me for 1 week. So what happened? It is beneficiating me with that 10 rupee only. Coming 1 week I can just overcome. Settling disputes and reduces trade tensions of the member countries. So the main aim is that not only that the countries will follow the rules and regulations, always they are monitoring on those part, okay, but their main aim is settling the dispute. Dispute will happen, okay, anywhere you go in any organization there will be some dispute. It's not that all are fully free. Okay, there is no dispute in any school, any office, any post office, any bank. You see there will be mistakes. Okay, mistakes will be there, but settling that mistakes, that it should not happen again, and what to do for that mistake so that we can overcome that mistake. That is the settling dispute and reduces trade tensions of the member countries. Next is stimulating economic growth and employment. Okay, stimulating the economic growth. They always see that any country who is having a major good product, the whole of the world should use it, and this country will be having an economic growth. And what happened, even for making that for producing that product, they may hire persons from other countries also who are specialized in that. So the employment will also get raised, as well as the economic growth of a country will be raising. So next is reducing the cost of doing business internationally. Reducing the cost of doing business internationally. People think that if I do the business internationally, then I should have a huge capital, means money and other things, other infrastructure, then only it will be possible to do business internationally. But it is not like that. WTO makes it possible for every business organization so that they can do the business internationally. They always try to reduce all these taxes and duty charge, so that people will be easily available to do the business with other countries, so that the good product will go to other countries, the economic growth of the country will happen, and as a result the employment will be boosted up. Encouraging good governance. Okay, encouraging, always they think that there should be a good governance, means there should be no partiality for any country, that okay, this is USA, whatever they are doing right. Okay, it is not like that. So they always aim for encouraging good governance. Okay, they are the neutral. Okay, any dispute is happening, they will first check it out, what is the dispute, who has done the dispute, why this dispute happens. Okay, all these things they will check, and then only they will give their decision that what to do to solve that dispute. Contributing to promote peace and stability of member countries. Okay, they contribute more to promote peace and stability. There should be a peace, there should not be conflict among the countries regarding all this dispute. If suppose disputes may happen, but if the dispute will get solved, then there will be no problem. And stability of member countries. Okay, stability of member countries, stability should be there. It's not that they will do the business for one time, they can do the business for several times. It is also a center of economic research and analysis. It is this WTO keeping all these things. When they see this type of disputes are happening, or if we do this thing, then it will be beneficial for the companies. So all these they do a research work for the development of the global business, that is the globalization. So it is also a center of economic research and analysis. Okay, so with this we have already completed this chapter, that is the globalization of business. In the next video we will do a recap of all these things, because this is a very important chapter as per the view of your SSLC exam, board exam. Okay, so thank you and see you in the next video.